When Tekken 8 Season 2 came out, I didn't really have that much motivation to lap the game. I was just going based off of stuff that was in Season 1 or based off of stuff that I knew from Tekken 7. But seeing as though you guys like the guides so much, I'm thinking maybe I should make guides about some characters that you guys can learn how to fight against, and that would also help me because I'm going to get back into rank. And the first character I'm going to look at is Hwoarang. Hwoarang is an offensive character in an offensive game. He's not easy for you to fight at low level, intermediate, or high level. He's a very difficult character for you to learn, but he's also difficult for you to fight against. And since I got him to God 1, well, not God 1 but God, I think I can give you guys some good tips on how to fight the character. Hwoarang can be a very difficult character to fight. You know, he has moves that look the same, but they're completely different on block. So to start out, I'm going to show you guys some punishable moves that you should never let a Hwoarang player get away with, and it should help you a lot as you try to rank up. First move is going to be his Plasma Blade. So he has a few of them. He has one from regular stance, he has one from back turned, and he has one from right foot forward. And they're all different. The one from regular stance is minus 19 on block. Anything minus 15 or more, you can launch and get a full combo. But that's only the regular one from its regular stance. When he's in back turned or in right foot forward, I call it switch stance, it goes from minus 19 to minus 13. So you can no longer get a full combo. And it has pushback. So if you try to go for a jab, it's gonna whiff. So you need a specialized 13 frame move to punish this every time. Don't sleep on Magic 4. It's plus 10. Which means that you can enforce your pressure after the move lands. And it has good range. You should never let a Hwoarang player get away with this. Next up is his Power Crush. 100%, you're going to see this in the ranks. It's a 2-hit move. Minus 14 on block. If the Hwoarang player is smart, they can just do the first hit and never do the second hit. But even then, it's still punishable on block. It's still minus 14. But it's kind of tricky for you to visually recognize that they're only doing the first hit. But it's still good to know that both hits are punishable on block. Now, he has 4 Power Crushes. This is the second one. Any of his Power Crushes out of stance are minus 12. He has 2 of these. One leaves him in right foot forward or switch stance. That's minus 12 on block. You can always get a punish. The other one looks the same, but it leaves him in regular stance. Also minus 12 on block. So it doesn't matter which one you block, you always get a punish. Now every Power Crush except for this one, his backlash is reactable. So in this situation, you can pseudo react to it. Right? You can react to it, you can see it, and duck. But it has active frames. Oops, I got 2 moves on. So as I was saying before, his backlash, you can react to it and duck it. And it's kind of slow. So what I like to do when I have a read, I like to jab into it. Then I can still duck and punish. Big damage. Power Crushes lose the grabs. Whenever you block a Power Crush, if it's minus 12 or more, the grab is unavoidable. That is free damage. Always free damage. And this works well with all of his Power Crushes except for Backlash because they're all either minus 12 or more. So this is a good thing to keep in mind. These moves right here can be a little bit tricky because of the pushback. See? It's minus 14 on block, but the pushback at certain ranges will make you whiff your punish. Use a 14 frame move with good range, or something that's not 14, up to 14 frames that has good range, but it will always give you a reliable punish. For Jin, it's a forward 1+2. Good damage and knocks him down. If you want better Oki, back 1-2, you can dash up, continue your pressure. Now both of these moves look the same, kinda. With some time playing, you can visually see the difference. You know, one leaves him in switchblade stance, one leaves him in regular stance. Switchblade stance, minus 13 on block. So if I do forward 1+2, it won't say punish, so this is not guaranteed. So you have to visually confirm. That's a 13 frame punish, 13 frame punish, and if he does the other move, it's a 14 frame punish. So they kind of look the same, but they're not the same move. 168 moves is move list. So I can't necessarily tell you everything that you can look out for. It would be too much information. But I can tell you about some setups that you should look out for, because I do play the character, and this is one of them. Now, after the jab sequence, this mid kick, that kick, this kick right here is a frame trap. It's meant to keep the opponent in check if they want to hit a button. But what's the weakness? The weakness is you can sidestep it. Because if I try to hit a button, that's guaranteed. All 3 hits. So to beat it, you have to move. Like that. With both of these moves, it's all about you getting a hit in before he commits to the flappy kicks. These last extensions, that move right there, that's what I call the flappy kicks. You want to get your punish in before he can be able to activate his flappy kicks. Well, I learned something new. As long as you block the move, you block the initial low, you can just mash your punish, and you get your punish every time. I thought there was a frame difference, however, as long as you mash your punish, you should be fine. Doesn't matter which one, if it's the regular down 3-4 or the switch stance down 3-4, you get a full punish, which is good. The best way for you to fight Hwoarang in previous games is to simply backdash, and eventually one of his moves would whiff, and you can get an easy jab punish, keep him off of you. In Tekken 8, backdashes has been nerfed, which means that when Hwoarang starts his pressure, some of it will whiff, but he can keep you locked down, right? A legacy way to stop Hwoarang's pressure is with a down jab. It beats a lot of his moves. So in certain situations, if you don't know what's going on, you're just being rushed down, you're scared, a down jab will stop his pressure in most situations, right? Because I can't tell you what to look out for. He has 168 moves. I can just tell you some way to handle his pressure. This is a new addition that Hwoarang got in Season 2. These double kicks, plus 4 on block, allows him to continue his pressure. And it's also a mid, so if you duck, you're in trouble. The best way to deal with this move is to sidestep. Then you can get a full combo. Even after you block the initial kicks itself, you can still sidestep some of his follow-ups. A lot of Hwoarang players, they like to get out of stance with a jab. You can sidestep and jab punish that jab. It recovers fast, so you won't be able to get a full combo. See, it doesn't say punish. On the jabs you get a punish, but on the hop kick it doesn't say punish. If you have a punch sabaki and you have a read that they want to get out of stance with a jab, you can use a punch parry. Remember how I said that the main way for you to beat Hwoarang in previous Tekken games was for you to backdash and sidestep? They gave him a long range low that beats backdashing, and it's tracking so it beats sidestepping. Like that, I can't sidestep. So if you do scout this move, it is -14 on block. Jin can launch it, Devil Jin can launch it, Kazuya can launch it. So a few characters, they can get a decent punish off of this move. But don't let him get away with this for free. Hwoarang has two moves that he can use to get out of pressure. That being back 1 and forward 3. One's -14, the other one's -16. So this one's -14, this one's -16. We can launch this one, and you can punish this one. A backdash works really nicely because you can still block and punish the kick, like that. Block and punish the kick, and you can backdash and launch the back one. The only issue with the kick is like it has some pushback, so you can be out of range. That's the only gimmick. But if you have a long range move, you can still punish it. Like that. But just keep in mind that the punch itself, -14, you can backdash, have it with, and get a full combo if you have a read. The kick, while it's launch punishable, you can be out of range for your good punish. Like that. So you need a specialized punish, like an electric, which is kind of difficult. An electric like that, or something like a forward good range, or something like this to punish the character. A few more things I didn't mention was that his regular skyrocket, launch punishable on block, but the just frame skyrocket is safe, -8. While you can't punish it, you can step it to both sides. So if you have a timing read on the opponent, you can step and launch the move. And you can do the same thing to the regular version. The non-just frame version, you can still step and launch it. So in total, I went over some of his punishable moves and things you should look out for, but Hwoarang is so complex. Like, I can't tell you what the Hwoarang player is going to do to pressure you, but I can tell you what moves to look out for and how to beat him. Like right there, in this sequence, I wasn't even thinking when I recorded this offense. This is just Hwoarang doing what Hwoarang does best. Chipping you down with random moves that are plus on block. What you can do to stop this is try to backdash, try to create some space, and see if you can get a jab in to punish him. But Hwoarang's biggest weakness for his stance is a down jab. Now he does have certain moves that beat a down jab in certain situations like this. If you try to down jab the kick right here, that's free. The way for you to beat it is a quick sidestep. The timing is tricky, but it is possible. Like that. You can get a quick sidestep, get a punish. So So while the down jab is good in certain situations, in others it will get you blown up. Hopefully this guide helps. You know, Hwoarang is a very complex character, but I feel like if you can point out these moves that I talked about in the video and you see them in your own gameplay and you stop them, it's going to be a lot harder for the Hwoarang player to beat you.